that he's actually picked him up. So maybe a change of heart for Swindle, perhaps, as far as wanting the hero, but gets it here. And now it's their third.
It is interesting. Oh, there it is.
You know, I was wondering if we were still going to see the Leshrac or not, but sure enough, we do.
Swindle Shrek.
Swindle Shrek. I guess he's probably considered to be decent against the Brewmaster, right?
Yeah, he's all right. He doesn't really care if you put him up in the air with the spirit or the cold panda, the blue panda. Because the aura just keeps on ticking. Wow, EG is so committed to dumping on the early game.
Jesus.
This Brewmaster is very good versus the Drow though, because you just sort of blink and you clap, and then your illusions or your split up pandas, they just run at the Drow, and there's not really much you can do to deal with them. You know, the constant rocks, and you know, whatever hero they take for mid, probably going to be more of a hero that can frontline, or you know, probably something with deep push, something like that. You can always just put them up in the air in the team fights, so taking a hero out of the fights. So EG definitely looking to win their lanes and just run over complexity.
Yeah, this is one of those. Now, kind of because, again, that third pick, Crit was spending a lot of time, and whether or not he was really analyzing the draft and they were talking things over, or he just simply was looking at his phone and realized that he had to draft, I mean, you know, we don't necessarily know for sure. But this feels like one of these. Clearly, EG had a game plan going into this kind of draft. I mean, you don't pick Nature's Prophet first and then Brewmaster third and the Chen thrown on top of that as a fourth. Just simply out of the air, it feels like. So, Undying going to come out with that fourth pick for Complexity here. And now the final bans to hit. But where are they finishing is my question now.
Yeah, I don't know. The Undying Batrider, a very, very strong dual offlane, going to do that classic Z-Freak move combo. So, probably looking for a very strong laner for EG, a hero that can actually deal with that and get a reasonable amount of farm, because it's probably going to be a solo hero even, so maybe looking for a Faceless Void, but not a lot of damage to throw into the Chrono from EG. They may end up just doing a solo Furion off lane and having the Chen rotate down early, or have the Ogre start up top and then go down to bottom once the Chen has a couple of creeps and sort of invade this bottom lane. Not really sure, but maybe looking for a more self-sufficient hero for EG like the Void. Not sure what else there is that can really do that well versus a Batrider Undying.
Yeah, I was just doing some quick research, too, on the Brewmaster. I mean, you're right on point with the Digital Chaos matchup there, the TI. And even before that, it was 3 months before that. So, like, 6 months ago was the last time they played it before TI, and then it's just, they've not played this hero in forever. So maybe he just simply wanted to play it, too. Puck coming out with their final pick for Complexity. So that gives them, you know, some good mobility themselves, some decent lockdown, obviously. Nice mid-presence here.
Yeah, it's also a very nice deep push. Oh, there's the Weaver. So here that doesn't really die versus top lane, we'll be able to get some farm. The Bug's really, really nice versus a lot of their heroes, makes them super squishy. Not a lot of heroes, or very few of their heroes have like a reasonable amount of armor. Only the Drow with good armor numbers. So the Bug's gonna be really good versus them, and just you know, just a hero like I said before that can actually survive. The Void not really being that great, as EG doesn't have much chrono damage, so a hero that can also run down the Drow quite easily.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 2 with Complexity up 1-0 over Evil Geniuses. So, obviously, again, you kind of like just tuning in and you look at these drafts and it's like, wait, are we in an elimination mode? No, this is actually a tournament match. This is a Dota Pit Qualifiers coming at you for the North America region. And, of course, again, it is a double elimination, but still, EG not looking to lose here and get knocked down to lose his bracket is a very safe statement to make, I think. So it should be fun, though. Here we go to kick things off now with game number 2. But yeah, Complexity getting their hands on the Drow right away. So obviously, you think of successful heroes as of late, especially on the meta here of Dota 2, and Drow most certainly fits that. So one to be happy with.
Oh, are they gonna miss each other? Holy cow! Neither of their smokes are gonna get broken.
It looks, because it almost looks like Undying's chasing him, but there we go.
Oh, well, they saw that one.
Yep. That was a little more noticeable.
That was so clowny.
Yeah.
Just following each other smoked across the river.
Eventually gets exposed, and I just love the spam pings coming out now. Swindle will put that sentry ward down himself and cancel or take out the others. So
30 seconds.
Zai, meanwhile, here on Shen. That's going to be fun to watch. Zai, a very mechanically sound player, getting his hands on Shen, so I'm always excited to see some good Shen players, although not a popular hero, I know.
Yeah, this I'm interested to see how this mid matchup goes. The Puck with the Drow Aura should do quite well versus Brew. So I'm not really sure how this lane goes with Drow Aura. I would assume it's pretty Puck favored. So if Cancel can like win this mid lane, keep Sumail from getting a quick blink dagger, they'll definitely be in good shape. And getting that getting the rune kill is not the rune kill, the ward kill as well. So already up to 100 gold and it has the salve as well. So
yeah,
definitely the start you want to have with the Drow strat.
You got Ogre here in the middle, applies that Bloodlust right off the bat here to the Brewmaster, and gonna go elsewhere, but well, let's see what Sumail's able to do. Applies that Drunken Haze right off the bat, and goes in there for some auto attacks, and you see the misses already starting to come out here. So Undying though, Z-Freak, he's gonna be in the area. Z-Freak, that's just again the type of player that he is, tends to be, and always gonna be active, so immediately applies the harassment to Sumail himself, and gonna make him take some good damage. So Sumail does have the salve and the stash currently, but not on him, and actually this where your orb connects right there, but not enough damage, but getting him really low already.
Yeah, Moo actually starting in the jungle, so Arteezy's gonna have a free lane for quite a while. Maybe playing around in the jungle, so if they do get aggressive on the Drow, that he can rotate up, maybe take part in those fights. But kind of interesting. Bot lane, definitely a lane that he can go to, and oh
wow. He eventually gets going to Brewmaster. I mean, that's just simply, yeah, Brew just was not able to reach it. He didn't have the salve on him yet. It was being delivered. It just did not get there in time, though. And Cancel hit the Illusory Orb and eventually got the kill as a result. So, well played right there, and that's a first blood coming out.
Yeah, he actually went for the Calling Blade first, thinking it would just be a plain 1v1, and the Calling Blade would help him get to the last hits, and he get the salve anyway, and not really being in an HP pickle, but the Undying coming in, sort of ruining his plans, and just having the Calling Blade instead of the salve, getting a little too greedy, not waiting for it, and once again, Sumail going down early in the landing stage, not what you want to see on a Brew, a hero that is very reliant on being ahead, or at least an even footing in the game.
Yeah, that's not the start indeed for EG, but there's a little bit of interaction over here in the top rune area. Seems like EG, though, going to be able to box out and eventually get that bounty rune in the hands of Ogre Magi. You see Z-Freak, though, throws out the decay of his on Zai, happening to be running on nearby, who is attempting to go somewhat aggressive jungle himself here. So you talked about Batrider being in the jungle, is now rotated to the bottom lane and will provide some pressure, at least ideally, to that Weaver as a result of being down here. But yeah, how about Zai, you know, coming to the aggressive jungle, has the Mud Golem, is going to be destroyed there, but this choice to be the aggressive Chen, this is fun. Oh, they trap actually Swindle in the trees right there. The Nature's Prophet throws out a stun, trying to get the run. Is it going to be enough? Decay comes out, ain't going to be enough, though his brother cannot save him. Down goes Swindle. Obviously no heal yet from Undying there, so.
Yeah, this is exactly how they wanted to play. They wanted to get some early levels on this Ogre, gets his level 2. He actually skilled the Bloodlust first, trying to help out Sumail in the mid lane with that, making last hitting a little bit easier. Now, just storming this Drow's top lane, making life as miserable for her as possible. That seems to be what EG's game plan coming into the series was, just realizing that Complexity safe lane is typically reasonably weak and trying to punish that, and working so far in this game.
I'll just meanwhile continuing to do some pull cam as he's back. Batrider goes down bottom lane. I caught the tail end of that right there. Nature's Prophet porting in. Did he actually get that assist right there?
Yeah,
like
I think
did,
so. I
yeah.
think he had got a couple of chip hits in.
Yeah. Weaver the one with the kill, but yeah, well played to help secure that kill on a Batrider at the bottom lane. Missed the beginning of that, but is that a case of, I mean, obviously, you know, Batrider being out here dying, it's not necessarily means that you should change everything here, but I mentioned he wasn't there at the beginning. That's up top here. Swindle's in trouble yet again, being collapsed on Zaire. The Split Earth is not going to save him. This goes back to this is exactly what EG wants. This aggressive pseudo tri-lane really coming out, and it's doing work up here.
Yeah, Swindle giving up kills again, sort of a repeat of last game, what's happening. We'll see if EG's able to hold their lead this game and turn it into, you know, an actual like grip on the game that lasts.
It does feel a little similar. You're right. I mean, JK not getting the best of start because of the lane, and the feed's a little bit on a Swindlemelons in the beginning. And hey, it worked out for Complexity in the end. So, the games are definitely different. Undying, by the way, teleport in from Universe, gets behind him and helps to secure that kill. But really, that was all Zai in the beginning, kind of slowing him down, putting some pressure out, and securing that kill. Now JK, is he actually going to die here? Ignites on. It wears off, but it doesn't matter. Chen nukes him down. Man, we're now 6-1. All right, so it's not the same as last game.
Arteezy solo killed Moo as well. Arteezy just solo killed Moo.
Really? Down here? Okay.
Only level 3 on the Batrider.
Yeah. I think EG's making a statement here. It's like game 1, that was a fluke, bro. Game 2.
Yeah, they're going for the same sort of style, just different heroes and just playing it a lot cleaner, although Cancel is having an amazing time in this mid lane. After that first blood, the Drow are kicking in. He's up over 10 CS, Sumail, only with the bottle and about to buy the boots, so not having a great time, but this top lane going so well that they'll probably be able to buy him some time and some space for him to get up to that Blink Dagger at a reasonable time.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was going to bring up, but this action just continues, man. They're just non-stop. JK again, he's going to be stunned there off the bat. You see the follow for Nature's Prophet, and yes, it will be enough right there. The minions of Zai doing work. He might be in some trouble finally, though. Swindle's in pursuit with Z-Freak. Maybe not. Zai's just on the run. Do they have anything to catch up to him? It looks like, yeah, they do. And another decay comes out of the Flame Break. It will cut him off. And Zai, just a matter of time here before he finally gets picked off. That will stop a killing spree as well. And Batrider will get some much-needed gold right there with that kill.
Yeah, Universe surviving though, so not actually that big of a deal. The Bat's still only level 4, and they may even take this tier 2 bottom with the puck in position with the orbs. Really, really important. A nice move from Cancel. A lot of players would, just sit mid trying to get their Blink Dagger or something, their Veil, whatever, but realizing they're pushing this tower, TPing immediately and just starting to orb, as he is like their only counter push really right now, so slowing down that big rotation from EG.
Zai back up, joining forces at the bottom lane. You see taking out some stacked camp right here at TZ. Obviously, ideally taking majority of the farm. Does have that perseverance earlier on. Expect to see a Linken's on this Weaver, right? That's pretty much the go-to earlier on.
He may go Linken's first. He does have the perseverance, but he may go for something like a Dragonlance first item and then into the Linken's afterwards. Makes you a little bit better at fighting early. Right now it's sort of hard to tell because he does just have the perseverance. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we will. Middle lane, rotations coming out. You got Crit, he's rolling in actually. Gonna get the flank onto JK right here. Puts the ignite, the stun happens. JK in trouble in the background. They also picked up Undying, and they will secure the kill onto Drow Ranger Port, whoever that was. He's gonna cancel it pretty quickly right there. Obviously damage already done. The Dream Coil comes out from Puck, but that's only to realize that that's not going to work. Cancel throws at the silence. He's in trouble though. Phase shift will avoid the clap, but they're just still chasing this. The bugs are on him. I think he will survive in the long run though, so get away from Puck right there. But yeah, that was just already damage done. That was kind of a waste of an ultimate at that point. And EG keeps it rolling.
EG giving Complexity a taste of their own medicine. The 5-man, the non-stop fighting, what typically Complexity wants to do, but getting active so early on, like I said with this Furion, the fastest offlaner in the game as far as when they get active, when their peak timing is, has the phase drums and a buckler already, so 4k net worth, EG with a almost 6k lead in 8 minutes.
Oh yeah, wow, pulling up that graph now. That is quite the lead here for EG, so yeah, as far as positive, though, for Complexity, again, it goes back to at least Puck. Cancel here has had a fantastic start. Ogre Magi roaming on through. Chen is here as well, and actually, they did not realize the Ogre was there, though. Chen does get taken out, but now Ogre in pursuit, trying to take out Z-Freak. He knows he's in trouble, though, as Brewmaster is going to split up with a Primal Split. So they got Leshrac. It's a 1-for-1. Now he's going for Drow. Only level 5 currently, not the tankiest at this point, but, he takes the stun action. The Mud Golems are doing their work. And down goes the Drow. Cancel, meanwhile, in the background. He's dealing with the Primal Spirits here of Brewmaster. Finally comes back together. The Split Earth will hit right as he reconnects. Undying coming in with that decay of his. Cancel, able to phase shift, avoid some damage, and finish off Brewmaster when it's all said and done. So at least they finally killed the Brewmaster throughout it. Took a while, though. Meanwhile, Weaver's just doing his thing bottom lane throughout that, so...
Yeah, the Drow going down again. 17 CS, 4 deaths at 9 minutes, only 1,400 net worth, almost quadrupled by the Furion and Weaver. So this is like the nightmare Drow game. He's not even level 6 yet, and it's 9 minutes. After this creep, he'll finally get his level 6.
Yeah, there's the lasso right there. Meanwhile, in the middle lane on Ogre Magi, he gets pulled back. So tanky, though, especially for that support role. And now Brewmaster throws in that Drunken Haze and gets them to fall back. Leshrac, meanwhile, where was he picked off? That was at the bottom lane down here by Weaver while that middle exchange was taking place. So Weaver, this start, he has something coming. What's on that courier? It is the ultimate orb.
Okay. Yeah, so going for that Linken's, like you said. Arteezy super farmed, gotten quite a few solo kills, so Arteezy playing really, really well and making sure they get that start that they need in this game. But maybe gonna die here as I say that.
Yeah, that's one of those cases of what we call a caster's curse kind of kicking in. Doing so well, making the highlight on the player, and then he dies within seconds even. So you can say sorry to Arteezy later.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice pick by Complexity, though. That's exactly what they needed, though, right? I mean, you stopped the big farmer, though, in the game right now, and it opens up a bottom tower push here.
Yeah, they should be able to get this tower. It looks like EG is interested in contesting, making a beeline for this mid lane, and Universe maybe getting TP after this wave. So, gonna try and get as much map control and maybe some tower pressure as they can afterwards. But Complexity again, getting it really quickly, and Cancel already back mid, start spamming the orbs and defend the lane. So once again, really nice, like just being in the right place at the right time, making sure he's at these lanes defending the towers.
There's the drums picked up, meanwhile, by Moo here on that Bat Rider. Lucifer he's going in with the silence. Phase shift as well, but now he doesn't have much left. Puck, he gets the heal from the Antagonist. It's going to be enough to split it. Trying to help him. It ain't going to work. I think that was Cancel being a little too ambitious right there in the middle.
Yeah, that was, I think he like forgot that he didn't have a blink dagger or something and jaunted in and just didn't have a blink, so obviously there's no way to get out.
Oh, the primal split, and they also lock down Bat Rider, who happened to be hanging around nearby. Complexity, glimpse of a comeback with a solid pick on a Weaver, only to have that happen. A tower kill on top of a couple hero kills. It might be a third one, in fact. Someone else, you already see Samel with that blink dagger, cutting off Leshrac and securing that kill for Arteezy right there with the double kill. 16-5 lead, and the net worth just jumps up to now their biggest of the game. So, if you're playing from behind, looking to come back, you just cannot be making mistakes like that if you're Complexity. That no doubt.
Yeah, especially on a hero like Puck, like this Chen is going to get to a mech, he's going to get to a pipe eventually. That'll be a while, but he's going to get to the point where he has a lot of items that cancel out Puck's burst damage, and a hero that doesn't really scale that well and relies on his team to be in a good position to where he can do some damage, chip heroes down, get some control, and then have the rest of his team clean up the mess. But Complexity not with that much damage right now, and not really able to run into EG as they have the split. They have these Weaver bugs. It makes it really hard for Complexity to just sort of walk in. So the deaths like that on Puck can be very, very costly in a game like this, and just in general.
Do you feel like that, kind of looking back at the draft a little bit, that this was almost like a bait Drow pick by EG, that is, where they left Drow open, kind of hoping that maybe Complexity would pick Drow, and then it's like, all right, now we got this idea to play against Drow. Do you kind of feel that way?
Maybe. They didn't ban it in the first game. I'm not sure if Complexity banned it or not, but like you said during the draft, the Fury and Ogre were like very snap, just bam, bam. So they obviously had thought this up. This is a strat they had pre-planned. If the Drow strat does arise, we can do this, and it's working beautifully so far. Universe almost has a mech, drums, and almost a 4-staff at 13 minutes, 7k net worth. Absolutely enormous.
That's huge, yeah. 3 of the top 3 again mentioned in the net worth right there in favor of EG. Complexity, doing a bit of the group up, push some towers. Definitely a strength of theirs for sure. Especially, with that Drow aura and everything. But while they're killing that top first tower, meanwhile, Roshan, he's going to be attempted here, and a pretty good Roshan team at that, it feels like. Got the minions nearby. You got Chen now throwing in his. This is going to be an easy Roshan kill here for EG. The Complexity's coming in, so actually maybe not. They are porting in. Bat Rider, he does not have a blink dagger or anything like that. He's just going to fly in, pop the flame break. Roshan getting very low, so this is going to come down to a last second right here. Can they maybe get a steal right here? No, they can't. Weaver picks it up, and now this is the worst case. Dream Coil coming out from Puck. Lands on all 5. But do they have the follow-up? Swindle's doing plenty of AoE damage, but he'll fall shortly after. Cancel now. He's caught in the midst of it, and is going to fall despite the illusory orb. They know Batrider's up here. They feel like he is at least. He's just kind of chilling. Oh, the trees will trap him. Get that vision, and they do take him out of the end.
Yeah, sort of a linchpin of Complexity's team fight is his Tombstone, and fighting around this area around Roche is typically known for Undying being super good at fighting, but the Flame Break actually bumping up one of the Wildkins onto the cliff where the Tombstone got placed, so they're able to just right-click it, coordinated that really well, and killing the Tombstone super fast, so the zombie is not stacking up, and Z-Freak's hero is just really not doing anything in that fight. Undying also a hero that's not typically known for being great from behind, and also EG with quite a few ranged heroes, and Nature's Prophet, the Weaver, both really good at killing the Tombstone, especially with the Geminate attack and the Bloodlust as well, so speeding up their attack speed and that thing just evaporating.
That's a really good point, actually. Yeah, just overall the impact of Complexity's lineup, this just feels like an outdraft game. As unique as a draft this was in some ways, again, the snap pick of the Nature's Prophet and then even that third pick Brewmaster here of EG, it really has come together, and it kind of makes it even more noticeable that, oh, that's why they went these heroes and chose to do that. And I'm not saying Complexity should concede here, but especially after that last fight that took place, that felt like one of those. Maybe that thought should start kind of kicking in. They're up 1-0, so obviously worst case they just tie it now 1-1 and head to that game 3. But they are going to still grind it out for the time being. But right now, I mean, their Drow's all the way down there, and what is that? The 7th place spot at 3,800 gold net worth. That's not where you want to be. So they're going to try for a pick here middle lane, but no, Batrider doesn't have a Blink Dagger, so.
Yeah, going for that Drones build again. No real way to initiate without the Bat Blink. They have the coil, but not really how you want to initiate. Pucks are sort of like Storms and heroes like that. You want to be going in second. You don't typically want to be the prime initiator. And the Bat, without the Blink Dagger, the Puck either forced to go in early or somebody just be really out of position. They can walk at them. No Kunkka this game to set up the Bat, letting him walk in anymore. So not the Undying not having near the same kind of impact as the Kunkka did last game.
No. Yeah, definitely not right here in middle lane there. EG now kind of just grouped up. Again, they obviously have the Aegis on a Weaver, that with the Lincoln Sphere, and of course the time lapse on top of it. It's like, how do you deal with this Weaver here? They get him they get him a little low, but he healed right back up, and he's good to go. So he's gonna fall back. It looks like EG's not gonna force the issue right here. Complexity grouped up together, and they're rolling out now. This is a bit of a fake fallback though from EG. Be careful if you're Complexity not to just overrun your boundaries here, but yeah, they are going to be fine. Do you feel like EG could just kind of right-click on the uphill, or do you understand why they're playing this a little more passive?
Yeah, it's sort of hard for them to push the high ground directly like that. The Bat is always going to be fireflying and like killing the waves initially, so they're just sort of cutting the waves, keeping them trapped inside their base. They walk up, they get some right clicks in, and when their waves die, then whoa.
Well, there we go. Brewmaster jumps in. The Thunderclap, the Primal Split coming out. Moo, he's the target. He's going to be fine in the end, it looks like. But Swindel's now also be locked down, trying to do a little bit of AoE damage from afar. Ain't going to happen, though. RTZ finally comes in and secures that kill. The Sakuchi in, and down goes Leshrac. He's not buying back. This is easily going to be Rax here. You see Samel kind of just walking back to the team. Not really fearing anything at this point. Dream Coil is ready to be used by Cancel, but that was the heal, I believe. Coming out from Chen right there, so everyone, back to full life essentially. The trap on him in the background. It almost just feels like, again, Complexity just going to be raising that white flag here soon. RTZ does pick up the kill on a Puck meanwhile, so I think EG in a good spot to be claiming game number 2 here. But there's a buyback from Puck, so we're not done just yet, they say. The Dream Coil in the background catches a couple, probably last-ditch effort from Complexity, but Arteezy in the front, he does have the Aegis, he'll be fine. He also still has a time lapse on top of that. Swindle's running through with that AoE of the Diabolic Edict. Ain't gonna happen though. Z-Free gets picked off, and they do clean through, and there it is, the GG's. Game 2, we'll go to EG. We're going to a Game 3 CCNC.
Yeah, they handled that Drow strat. Once again, sort of playing the same style as they did last game, focusing on that safe lane and trying to win that lane really, really hard. Keep Swindle down, keep Justin down, and Swindle with a very similar score as last game. And this game with a little bit better of that, the early game heroes hitting their timing like right on the head, getting the Blink Dagger and Sumail and just finding these really nice fights. the fight around the Roche pit sort of sealed the deal, killing that tomb super early, getting the Aegis, and then Arteezy with a whole lot of solo kills as well, massively farmed, and EG just playing as a well-oiled unit. Complexity just sort of falling apart under the early pressure.
Yeah.